From Schatz Memorial Stadium in Dunmore, Pennsylvania, welcome to coverage of the Baseball UPA College Coaches Open. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Rob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms. A little late to get started. Well, we are broadcast-wise. A couple of technical issues, but haven't missed a whole lot. Colin Williams led off for Philadelphia and struck out swinging. Will Bruner's at the plate right now, dealing with a 3-2 count. On the mound, Aiden Russell, and the pitch on its way inside. Almost hit him, and we'll get our first reset of the day, meaning balls go from 3-0. And it's fastballs exclusive here coming from Aiden Russell. West Perry High School in Pennsylvania, 5'9", 150. Will Bruner again is at the plate out of Hatboro Horsham. So here comes the 0-2. Swung on chopper towards first, rather. Picked up, shovels to the pitcher covering, and it's 2 away on the 3-1 putout.
Bruner from Hatboro in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Head coach Pete Moore, who is the head coach of the Ambler Rebels in the Perky League, also the head coach of the Hatboro Horsham Hatters, and the all-time hits leader at Temple University.
Very sad to see that Temple lost their program a bunch of years ago.
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a gorgeous field too in Ambler.
They actually played a season at Campbell's Field.
Oh, did they?
Which is now torn down.
Yep.
So here comes the first pitch to Carmen Viscanto. It's in outside for a ball. Well, called a strike. So
I did write down a strike.
It is a strike. Looked like it was a little outside and low, but we're over here and they're over there. And that's why. Jeff Forsetti doing a fantastic job behind the plate. That is in there for a strike. There's nothing in 2. Forsetti is behind the plate. Has been all day. Will be the rest of the day. Dan Riley working the bases. So, yeah, working 7 innings is tough. I'll try working 28. Here comes the 0-2. In there, and he struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning for Russell, and that one retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after a half inning. It's Philadelphia nothing. Maryland coming to bat. We'll be back in just a moment. We head down to the bottom of the first inning. Team Maryland getting ready to start their offensive day. Jacob Zuniga, followed by Grant Smelzer and Eric Risnachuk. Against Justin Mitrovic, who'll pitch just the first inning for Team Philadelphia. First pitch is on its way. Swung on, fouled back by Zuniga. Out of Our Lady of Good Counsel. One of the things interesting about this Maryland team, most of them aren't from Maryland. They're mostly from Pennsylvania, from the York County area. One player from Delaware, and Risnachak, we'll see in a few minutes. So here comes the 0-1. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I feel like when you say Delaware, you have to say home of tax-free shopping. It's like always a prerequisite.
Is that in the state charter?
I think it is.
So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Low and out, slow inside rather. 2 balls and 1 strike to Zuniga. Mitrovic on the mound at Pennsbury High School, Pennsbury Falcons. 6'2", 175.
Pennsbury right on the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Fairless Hills. Yep. They used to call their hockey games in Bristol. So here comes the 2-1. Swung on, and that is belted in the left field. Chasing back the left fielder. He gets turned around and goes all the way to the wall. Chugging towards second is Zuniga. That's a long way to go for that fielder. He goes to third. There'll be a relay, but it'll be well late. Leadoff triple for Jacob Zuniga. Again, that is a very deep left field. And the way that sounded and how far it went, I'm guessing that could have been a goner in most ballparks.
Yes. That was a shot.
So first hit of the game for Zuniga. First pitch on its way. A little bit of confusion as to who this player is. It looks like it is Marcus Hudson. It says Stevens on the back of his jersey. And that is low for a ball. I'll be honest with you, I did not have him on my roster.
Maybe one of those late night transactions again.
Either way, he's got a great chance to drive in a run. First pitch is in there, first strike. Actually, that is 2-1. It is listed as Stevens. This is swung on and popped up into right field. It is carrying towards the wall, dropped by the right fielder. Jogging in from third is Zuniga. And tough play out and right. We'll call it an RBI single for Stevens. And it's a 1-0 team Maryland. I apologize for not having his first name, but we don't have it listed.
Fluid.
So here comes Eric Risnachak, and that is in for a strike. And everything's been a fluid situation here today, just rolling with the punches. But certainly not about us. It's about these kids on the field, getting their reps, getting noticed. Throwing over to first, chases back Stevens. Long look in here to Risnachak. Runner goes. Pitches outside, inside, and low. Dropped by the catcher on the exchange. So a stolen base for Stevens. Well, Team Maryland often running, so to speak, with
Literally.
the triple, the RBI single, and now the stolen base. Well, you want to take advantage of the fact that, you only get 5 batters. You want to use them. So move up 90 feet is huge. The pitch. Inside, hit him. And that'll reset the balls. It'll be 0-1. And it'll be fastballs exclusively here from Mitrovic. On deck is Lane Weissmiller. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Heavy fastball there from Mitrovic. It's 0-2. Well, that's where if you're so inclined and you know you have an A1 fastball, you go, don't worry about it. I'll hit him and then I'll just pepper him. I don't know if that's the goal here, though. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. High for balls. That almost gets away. Great job by the catcher, Hill. Evan Hill just jumping out of his crouch. He certainly knows this pitcher. He's another Pennsbury product. That's certainly one advantage, even though this season, as far as high school ball, never really happened.
At least you're getting to play a little bit.
They're getting to play together just a little bit, and they know each other. Growing up in that area. And we'll have a quick confab on the mound. Yeah, this one got started a little bit early. Well, that means is that if they have to, they can add it on, tack it on to the end. If the game ends up going a little long. Man on at second is Stevens. Being held close by the shortstop. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Mitrovic. And it's one away here in the bottom of the first inning. In a 1-0 lead for Team Maryland. And here comes Lane Weissmiller. 5'9", 150 out of Rising Sun High School. So here comes the pitch. Inside, he limbos out of the way of that one. And it's 1-0.
First two games were zooming along, and now this one a little bit different pace. Back to our everything being fluent. Even the game.
Look back a second. Mitrovic, the pitch. Throw to third, and it is not in time. Another stolen base for Stevens. And with one out, he's now 90 feet away from the second run of the game for Team Maryland. 2-0 count here to Lane Weissmiller.
Do we have the coaches for all the teams anywhere?
Check swing, high for a ball. Roger Cherwinski is the coach for Team Maryland. Coach Mazzo for Team Philadelphia. The pitch is in for a strike. And it's now 3-2. Yeah, 1-0 lead for Team Maryland. The 3-2. In the dirt, we'll have a second reset of the game. They'll go to 0-2, and fastballs exclusively here from Mitrovic. Look towards third, then fires. The pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Weissmiller. And Mitrovic definitely laboring.
Yes.
You can kind of feel that. The body language going from the bottom of the mound back up top, just kind of ambling back. So here comes the 1-1. Swung on, fly ball down the right field line. Right fielder giving it a chase into foul territory. And that'll go foul. That'll drop in. Just out of his reach. One ball and 2 strikes. Here to Weissmiller. Stevens taking the lead off of third. The pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Heading to the plate, Stevens. Catcher slides across, and he is out. A nice job there by Hill to race back to the backstop, which is not all that far away. Got a good bounce and then dove right to the plate, and Stevens was nabbed. Oh, he stole second, stole third. Couldn't quite steal home, although it would have been a wild pitch. So 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2. Swung on, popped up, foul right side out of play. So a chance for Mitrovic to get out of this inning with minimal damage. So here comes another 2-2 pitch. Low and inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Weissmiller. Mitrovic working exclusively from that stretch. The payoff is in the dirt. Ball 4. This is our first walk of the day. And we are now in our third game. But again, there would have been more if not for the unique rule set.
This is true.
So here comes Jimmy Kirk. 6'1", 225 from Malvern Prep. First pitch on its way to him. And is swung on lead on the fastball. It goes out of play. By the way, 5-batter maximum in each half inning, so Kirk will be the final batter. So he's going to have to probably end up with a gapper if he wants an RBI. With a man on at first and Weissmiller. So here comes the pitch. High for a ball. Pretty aggressive secondary lead for Weissmiller. Now, one of the unique rules of the showcase is if you're on at second or third, and there's 2 away, and the man at the plate walks, the man at second and or third counts as a run. So Weissmiller may want to try to get himself into scoring position.
Learn something new again. You're always adding new things for me.
That ends up low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And with all the unrest in Major League Baseball with some of the unique rules they're using, imagine if somebody came to this game.
Right.
The Twitterverse would lose their minds. So here comes the 2-1. High for a ball. 3-1. Gotta say that Evan Hill might be tempted to throw back behind Weissmiller over at first. He is getting about a 20-foot lead, if not more. Or secondary lead, that is. Throwing over to first. That was pretty close. Yeah, Mitrovic has certainly been made to work hard, and the pitch is on its way. Swung on, high fly ball out towards right, but that'll slice out of play. And best shot for a home run here is towards right field. Both home runs we've seen in today's action have been to right. Even right center is not that deep. But if you're going to hit one deep to left or to center, it would have to be massive. Especially center. Center is probably about 800 feet away.
And that fence doesn't help.
Yeah, the fence about 30 feet high. Throwing over to first, chases him back. If you go down the left field line, it's probably about 400 feet away. But the fence is much shorter, at least for a section of it. If you go down the line, you can curl it for a home run. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning. And that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 man left. After 1, it's 1-0 Team Maryland. We head now to the top of the second inning. 1-0 lead for Maryland. It'll be Evan Hill to lead things off for Philadelphia. This is the Team Philly 16U team taking on Maryland's 17U team. First pitch on its way from Aiden Russell. As Hyde at side for balls. He took something off. It's 1-0. Evan Hill, another Pennsbury product. 5'7", 130. Catching in today's game, but can play some from corner infield, third base. That is outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now to Hill. Deep in the batter's box is Hill, as you can see. Waves the bat up high as the 2-0 comes in. Inside, hits him. So that'll be a reset, second reset of the game for Russell. So basically it's no count.
My whole way home today on the Northeast Extension, I'll just keep hearing reset. Reset.
It is a unique aspect. Well, you get to swing the bat. It's more fun than walking to first. That's in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Again, we're the score of the game. We're all conditioned to give you the score, being the end-all, be-all, but trying to get these guys reps. Scouts are still here from a number of schools. I mean, we've seen some commits already. A few more will be announced this week, I'm sure. So here's the 1-1. Swung on, lifted into shallow center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Holovitz gave it a look, but couldn't quite reach out for it. First hit of the game for Philadelphia. So here comes Ryan Kimball. The Holy Ghost prep. 6', 215. Big right-handed presence against the righty Russell, who's got to deal with a runner for the first time today. Pitch on its way. Swung on, popped straight up. Back behind home. Stevens gives it a look. The pitcher there as well. He overruns it and it drops. That is a very tough play. Back behind home or even towards the bags in foul territory. Everyone tends to overrun it just because of the backspin of the ball. It's just so tough to judge.
9 times out of 10 when there's a drop ball like that, usually it'll be followed up with a base hit. We'll see if it holds up here.
Well, Kimball's certainly hoping so. With an 0-1 count against him. And the pitch comes in. Breaking ball. That pours in for a strike. It's 0-2. Band on it first is Evan Hill. Not taking a huge lead, but being held on by Kirk. The pitch. Swung on, bounced foul on the left side. Great to see some of the scouts that are here, D1, D2, D3, all well represented, especially here in Scranton when you have so many schools in the area. King's College, University of Scranton, being a couple of the notables, Wilkes University. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bit of a wait. Now it comes. Kimball does a good job fighting that one off. Looked like it was a breaking ball. He was about to bail out, but then realized it might pour over the plate. Yeah, right. So kind of play a little goaltender there.
Emergency swing.
Certainly wasn't the prettiest thing, but it kept him alive for this plate appearance. So here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Third strikeout for Russell. And it's one away. The man on it first. Here comes Lebrecht. It's Sam Lebrecht. Yet another Pennsbury product at 6', 140.
They bring the whole team up here?
It gives you an idea of what that group in Fairless Hills is doing. Trying to get their guys moved on again. It was such a tough year for everybody. We all would have loved to have a full high school, college, and professional baseball season. Runner goes, pitches high, throw to second is in time. Oh, what a pick by Lane Weissmiller. A short hop and got the tag right back down to Nab Hill. So 2 outs, and now nobody on for LeBrec. And it's 1-0 to LeBrec after that, again, beautiful defensive play. The pitch. Oh, inside. Slips out of the hands of Russell as LeBrec bails out. Yeah, there's no way Russell wants that ball back, even if it's perfectly fine.
I think that was more of not a bail and an ejection.
Even a curveball, you don't want to get hit by it, especially in this rule set where it doesn't mean all that much. It just resets the count.
You don't even get anything for it.
So here comes a 2-0. That's in there for a strike. That's fastball right at the knees, and it's 2-1. And 1-0 lead for Team Maryland. We're playing top of the second. The pitch. Swung on, bounced foul to the left side. And 7-inning games or 2-hour time limit. Those are the rules set forth by Baseball U. Had a great conversation with Mike Guy, coach for the 17U Scranton team. This is bounced over towards third. Waiting back on it, Zuniga throws all the way across the diamond in time. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left after 1.5. It's 1-0, Team Maryland. We head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 lead for Team Maryland. It'll be John Holobetz to lead things off for Team Maryland. Patrick McAllister now on the mound for Philadelphia. So Mitrovic, as expected, went 1 inning. I'll give you his totals in a moment. First pitch to Holobetz on the outside corner for a strike. Mitrovic goes 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run it was earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2 resets in a half inning that lasted 25 minutes.
We were just informed of that.
A little dribbler up towards the first base line. First baseman charges, waits back. Now the pitcher comes over, tries to shovel it on over, but it gets away. An infield hit for Holobetz. I don't think even with that shovel that they would have beat it out, or that the Holobetz wouldn't have beaten it out, rather. So an infield hit. Third hit of the game for Team Maryland. Here comes Jake Holt. Pitch on its way. Outside for a ball. Jake Holt out of Dallastown Area High School. I mentioned earlier that most of these Maryland players are actually from Pennsylvania, in York County and around that area. The 1-0 is high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. And if you look at Pennsylvania, you'd think, all right, the East likes the Phillies, the West likes the Pirates.
That's true.
But there's a little area in York that are all big fans of the Baltimore Orioles just because geographically it's closer.
Exactly.
And the York Revolution of the Atlantic League, of course. Runner goes, pitch inside, throw is not in time. Stolen base for John Holobetz. So Team Maryland, after stealing a couple of bases in the first, continues to run. In that 25-minute, 5-batter inning, still only yielded 1 run. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Holt. That pings foul to the right side out of play.
I've been trying to set up a scrimmage with the York Revolution, but it hasn't happened yet.
Well, part of the problem is with the pandemic, there may not be a lot of York Revolution players around.
Yeah. But the Atlantic League, they're having a season, correct?
The Atlantic League is not having a season.
Oh, they're not?
No.
I did not know that. Okay.
They canceled everything. Which is a shame, but, you know, in this day and age, the 3-1 swung on and belted down the left field line, chasing back the left fielder towards the corner, still running into foul territory, and he can't make the catch. Just about got there, but at the last second he tried to reach, and it drops foul. So the only team that's doing anything in the Atlantic League, well, 2 teams are. Somerset Patriots are playing a series against another team, kind of a made team that they made. And the Sugarland Skeeters down in Texas, they formed their own little 4-team league, which has kind of been a thing that's been going around. Whether it be collegiate ball or, here's the pitch, high for a ball. I know the New Jersey Jackals, the Sussex County Miners, and the New York Boulders got together. Each created a second team, and they're playing a 6-team league for the next couple of months. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 3rd strikeout from, actually 3rd in the game for Philly pitching. First from McAllister. It's 1 away. This is intriguing because there's a number 5 and a number 5. So we don't know who is the actual. Will the real John Holobetz please stand up?
Should we stop the game so they can let us know?
Well, we'll just go with it. Not sure which is Holobetz. And again, we apologize again. Okay. Right. We just got a word over Scherzer. We don't have his name. That's who's on at second. This is belted by Holobetz into left field. Catch is made, and Scherzer stays put at second. We don't know his first name out at second. But Holobetz flies out. It's 2 away. Scherzer on at second.
Okay, we got that straightened out.
Not sure if there's any relation to the pitcher. So here comes Blaze Tanner. Pitch to him. Swung on. Grounded foul down the left field line. Tanner at a West York High School in Pennsylvania. And it's a 1-0 lead for Team Maryland, threatening again here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here comes the 0-1. High and inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tanner. And he's the 9th batter, but won't be the last in their lineup is Zuniga. Oh, they're going to go with 9. Maryland going traditional.
That's a difference.
Philly's actually going with 13. So here's the pitch. Bounced foul on the left side. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about getting these guys some at-bats, getting the coaches to take a look at them. This is not a new rule because of the pandemic. It's a showcase rule. Swung on, lifted into shallow left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Scherzer rounds third. He heads to the plate. Here comes the throw from left. It's not in time. On to second. After the throw is Tanner. He gets an RBI base hit. And Team Maryland takes a 2-0 lead. So here we go to the top of the Maryland order, and here comes Jacob Zuniga. Big cut and a miss, but McAllister took something off. Zuniga is 1 for 1. Tripled to deep left field in the first, also came in to score. Righty-righty matchup here. McAllister fires. This is swung on and lifted into left field down the line. That'll drop in for a base hit. Tanner comes in to score. On to second goes Zuniga. It's an RBI double, and it's 3-0 Team Maryland. The 5-batter maximum has been reached, so that also will retire the side as 2 runs come in on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. After 2, it's 3-0 Team Maryland. Top of the 3rd inning, new pitcher on the mound for Team Maryland. It's Gavin Flinchbaugh, and he'll face Justin Mitrovich to start off again. Top of the 3rd inning, 3-0 lead for Team Maryland. First pitch on its way. That's low for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. Justin Mitrovich, Pensbury, pitched the first inning. Bit of a scuffle. It was a long inning. Gave up a run and a couple of hits. Also struck out 2. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitrovich. Aiden Russell, the starter for Maryland. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks.
You know, since the first 2 games flew by, you know, you'd have an inning where it wouldn't go timely. Have a little long one. You always got to have one of those in a game.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Heavy cut from Mitrovich. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's where the time limit will help us out. I mean, we may go 5, we may go 7, but the time limit is 2 hours from what we're told. Umpire was told 150, so since he's the ruler on the field, as that is swung on and missed, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Flinchbaugh. It's 4 in the game for Maryland pitching. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Cale Gottschalk out of Bangor Area High School. Very versatile catcher, shortstop, outfielder. This is swung and bounced away. Nothing in one to Gottschalk. Flinchbaugh head on with the full windup. That's low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's got to be weird on the mound when you're going to kick the dirt and it's not really dirt. It's got to feel weird.
Yeah, you got all the ground up tires. It's your dirt. So here comes the 1-1. Swung on. That is lifted towards center field. Couple of steps in. Reaching up. The center fielder makes the catch. It's 2 away. Nice job in center by Hollabats, who's moved from shortstop to center. And we don't get notified when defensive changes are made, so we will, again, do our best. So here to the plate, it's Patrick McAllister. Currently the pitcher for Philadelphia. First pitch is in for a strike. McAllister is a galloping ghost from Abington High School. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. That slips out of the hands, and it's 1-1. Attempted breaking ball by Flinchbaugh. We mentioned earlier that Maryland is going with 9 batters. It does look like Philadelphia, we were told 13. So we'll have to be creative on the scorebook, because here comes the 1-1.
Might have to borrow one of your pages.
That's the thing. Mine only has a slot for 9, so I'm kind of winging the other 4 batters. Bouncer towards short as they charge in. Throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 2.5. It's 3-0, Team Maryland.
Awesome.
We head now bottom third. Maryland has scored in each of their first 2 innings. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. As to the plate, a little bit of a surprise. Gavin Flinchbaugh. And batting out of order, kind of switching things up, is not necessarily a bad thing in these showcases. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed by Flinchbaugh. As McAllister starts his second inning of work. Flinchbaugh just finished his first inning of work on the mound. And the pitch is low. Bounces off the front of the plate.
Took a weird hop.
Yeah. No way that the catcher was going to make the stop there.
No.
Pitch on its way. Low for a ball. Two balls and one strike to Flinchbaugh.
I'm glad our season doesn't start for a week. I'm going to need a week's break after these, 4 games.
That's high for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, double headers are fine. Triple header. A challenge. 4. Oof. But kids are bringing it, so we've got to bring it too. Same with the umpires. Again, keep in mind this umpiring crew is doing all 4 games as well. As the 3-1 is low, so we'll get a reset here. First reset from McAllister. It'll go to an 0-1 count. And it'll be fastballs exclusively here coming from McAllister. So Flinchbaugh, an opportunity to rear back and crank one. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Actually felt like he took something off of that one.
A little bit. 71.
Now you wonder if whose responsibility is it to call out the pitcher? So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just missed outside. Gottschalk tried to frame, didn't quite get the call. Yeah, I wonder whose responsibility that is to say, hey, that's not a fastball. Is it the umpires? Is it the coaching staff? Do you have to challenge?
Yeah, flag to throw out.
See, it's 1-2. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Now, what's to say what's a fastball?
Good point.
Does it have to be a straight ball or a fastball? If it goes below, 70 miles an hour, is that not considered a fastball anymore? Intriguing for us broadcasters, as here comes the pitch. Swung on. Popped up down the right side. Right fielder having a look. And he drops the ball. Throw to second. Not in time. That is some fantastic hustle from Flinchbaugh. And a little pop fly into right field. But an error will be charged to the right fielder. And here comes Stevens.
The mystery Stevens.
Yeah, we don't have a first name for Stevens. Apologize for that. But on the score sheet I took a picture of earlier, it said Stevens. There was no first name that we noted. So, again, apologies, but hey, heck of a game so far. As he had an RBI single in the first, also stole 2 bases. But then when he tried to score on a wild pitch, he was nabbed. So that pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And it's very new to have the broadcasting of these showcases and the relationship between Baseball UPA, more specifically, and us in the production side of things. Kind of coalesces. The communication will get better.
So what you're saying, this is groundbreaking then?
I think so. I mean, you don't have to alert the media or nothing, but it's kind of neat that coaches have an opportunity to stay home, especially with the pandemic going on. That's high and inside.
Are you telling me, you could be in a comforts of our own home and we could have just called it from the TV?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I've talked to a couple of friends of mine who work in Major League Baseball, and the road radio, actually I think the road TV as well, has to call it from home, as that is in there for a strike. More notably talked to Robert Ford, who does radio for the Houston Astros, and he's like, yeah, we got to call it from... They're actually going to go to Minute Maid Park, sit in the normal booth. Yeah. The stadium will be empty and dark, and he'll be watching TV. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Second strikeout from McAllister. So that's 1 out. And man on at second. And here is Eric Riznichuk. Yeah, that would be a challenge, just because you don't know if the camera's going to show what you need it to show.
Exactly.
And from what I've been told, it's a standard TV feed, but it's in time. There's no delay. But there's also separate screens for the scoreboard, and there's one overhead for the defensive alignment.
Okay.
That's low for a ball. So when you're listening to and watching the Phillies or whatever team you tend to support, and the road broadcast sounds a little different, maybe a little delayed, cut them a little slack. Not easy, I'm sure. Big lead at second. Pitch comes in outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes here to Riznachok. And long work here for the Philly pitching staff. We mentioned earlier that the first inning lasted 25 minutes. Second inning wasn't much shorter, to be honest with you. So here's the pitch. Swung on, bouncer towards third, waiting back on it. Oh, hasn't been on the rundown, doesn't realize it. Throw across the diamond is in time, and going to third is Flinchbaugh. They had him.
They did. And just chose to go to first.
And we're going to have a pinch runner over at third. Jake Holt will run. Not exactly sure why. As Holt is actually scheduled to hit. He won't get to hit this inning, most likely. No, he wouldn't get the hit. As Weissmiller pops this one up. Foul territory. And that drops. Fair ball. Oh, the foul ball. Foul ball. First signal quick was fair, but then quickly adjusted by the home plate umpire. And third baseman coming in right away said, I don't see it. Catcher, that is a very tough play for them to make just because of the angle involved. But all this is a strike, so not a big deal.
Well, the out would have been a big deal.
Yeah, if he camped underneath it, you could call an error on that, but even though we're very unofficial, I'll keep the E off the board. Inside for ball. Weissmiller, walk his first time up. So in the first 2 innings, Team Maryland sent the maximum to the plate in 5. Right now this is batter 4 in Weissmiller. So some hard work being done by the Philadelphia pitching staff. This is grounded towards third, but it gets away down into left field. In to score is Holt. And on at first is Weissmiller. It's now 4-0.
This is the 5th batter, correct?
This will be batter 5. And this is Jimmy Kirk. Now, we'll put you on the spot. Hit or error?
That's a hit.
We'll go with a hit, too. All right. I'm agreeable. Jimmy Kirk is 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the first. Pitch on its way. A high fly ball deep down the left field line, but that is foul. Straightens that out just a bit, and that could have been gone. So a loud strike there. It's 0-1 as McAllister trying to muscle his way through his second inning of work. The pitch. In there for a strike. It looked like Kirk was looking for something inside, but when it swept across, he had no answer for it. It's 0-2. And playing bottom of the third, 4-0 lead for Team Maryland. The pitch. Swung on, pop foul to the right this time. A little late on the pitch. 0-2 again. And Kirk will be the last batter of the inning. Out of Malvern Prep. And the pitch. Runner goes. Swung on, grounded towards second, scooped up there. Throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. After 3, it's Team Maryland 4, Philadelphia 0. We'll be back in a moment. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 3 men left for Maryland. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left for Philadelphia. We go top of the 4th inning from Schott Stadium in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. Alongside Rob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Brody Travagline. And he'll bounce this over the mound, charging in the shortstop. Nice hop. Throw to first is in time.
Play.
And it's 1 away. Gavin Flinchball, by the way, on the mound, his 2nd inning of work. And as we mentioned earlier, Philadelphia, I think they're going with 13 batters today. So Travagline was 10. And this is Vincent Proieto. First pitch to him is in for a strike. We were talking about it off air. The 0-1 is fouled off. 0-2. Maryland pitching has faced the minimum. Philadelphia pitching has faced the maximum. As the game is kind of crawling along a bit, but there's no clock in baseball normally. So you tend not to worry about such things. The 0-2 swung on, fouled back. But here, as much as we'd like to get 7 innings in, get everyone at least a couple of plate appearances, make sure all the pitchers get in that are scheduled to. I think we're already an hour in. And we're almost at halfway. This is swung on. Popped up, shallow center. Going back as the shortstopper calls everybody off. He makes the catch. And it's 1 away, or 2 away, rather.
4. I was going to say it is the top of the 4th.
It is the 4th inning.
The umpire made sure the scoreboard operator
okay.
got that clarified.
I thought I said it right.
You did say it right.
Okay.
You are a professional.
Well, again, that's a matter of opinion. Is Ishan Hardaway is at the plate out of Council Rock North. And 2 outs, nobody on. And we have reconfirmed top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big cut there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty-righty matchup. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Settles underneath it, calls everyone off, makes a 2-handed catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 3.5. We're halfway through. It's 4-0, Team Maryland. On our way now to the bottom of the fourth inning. A 4-0 lead for Team Maryland. Let's see who heads to the plate. It's the original number 5 Scherzer. And we don't have his first name, and we apologize for that. But a successful day so far. He's 1 for 1. Infield hit, stole second, and came in to score. That was in the second inning. First pitch on its way from the new pitcher, Zachary Rodriguez. It's on the outside corner for a strike. So here comes the pitch. Check swing. Pitches outside.
A little generous there by the umpire. Check swings are always a judgment call.
Yeah, it's so tough, especially from behind home plate, or in this case, it would be the first base umpire's responsibility for a appeal. This is swung and belted into center field, into left field rather. That'll drop in for a base hit and then spin away from the left fielder. Scherzer heading towards second. The throw is not in time. Leadoff double for Zach Scherzer. So Maryland, who has scored in each of the previous 3 innings, looking to add on as to the plate goes Jake Holt. Holt 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. And we'll give you McAllister's numbers in a moment. He pitched the second and third for Philadelphia. Pitch on its way. Inside, almost hit him. So McAllister again, 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 reset of the count.
I like how you added the reset as a stat.
As on the inside corner for a strike. Yeah, it's kind of the... Again, this is a broadcaster problem, nobody else's. I'm trying to note that, again, it would have been a walk. And I'm sure it's exactly what college coaches are looking at. Okay, that would have been a walk, and so they note it. Trying to be complete, trying to be accurate. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball on the inside corner.
Right back over.
And that's a similar pitch that Jimmy Kirk bailed out of. Different pitcher, but similar hook. Heading right for your hip. Next thing you know, it's over the plate, and you're jumping out of the way of it. That's vicious. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. And he struck him out.
If you can get that much movement on your breaking ball, you're heading in the right direction, as they say.
Oh, absolutely, especially since this Maryland team, they're 17 years. We're trying to get some notice. 1 out, 1 on at second. Here's John Hollibets. Breaking ball, swung on, and that is lifted into right center field. He'll get there and make the catch. Tagging up at second is Scherzer. The throw will be cut off. So man on at third with 2 away for Blaze Tanner. Smart running move there from Zach Scherzer. Recognized that the center fielder was chasing that ball away from third, so why not take a chance? Really wasn't much of a chance. As here's Tanner at the plate. 1 for 1. And the first pitch he sees is swung on him. Popped back behind to the right side. First baseman gives it a look, but it goes out of play. It's Turner back in the second inning. It was an RBI single to left, and he eventually came in to score. There's a 4-0 lead for Team Maryland. We're playing in the bottom of the 4th inning. Man on at third, Zach Scherzer. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off.
How many times do you think they ask him if there's any relation? All the time?
Well, it might be. You never know. And since he wasn't on the original roster, I didn't obviously do any research on that fact. So here comes the pitch. Ends up high. Yeah, it's not like his name is Smith, so Scherzer's pretty unique.
Smith Jones.
Breaking ball. That is on the inside corner, and he struck him
That
out.
was a great pitch.
2 strikeouts to the inning for Zachary Rodriguez, and that one retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. After 4 innings of play, it's 4-0, Team Maryland. Heading on now to the top of the 5th, a 4-0 lead for Team Maryland. Here is Zachary Rodriguez. First pitch to him is in the dirt. New pitcher on the mound for Team Maryland is John Hollabetz. We'll give you final totals for Gavin Flinchbaugh in a few minutes. Here's the 1-0. Inside for ball, goes to 2-0. Actually, the final totals for Flinchbaugh is pretty easy. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout.
That's easy to write down.
So here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Rodriguez. Had himself a pretty good time on the mound in the bottom of the 4th inning. A couple of strikeouts. Gave up a double, though. That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Rodriguez is expected to be the last man in the lineup. That is inside for a ball, 3-2. That is 13. We'll go to the top of the order and Colin Williams next, followed by Will Bruner. Here comes the 3-1. It's 3-2, and it's now 3-3. He struck him out.
That's something you don't hear. 3-3.
That's because I goofed and didn't know the count. But that is strike 3 for a strikeout for Hollabetz, and it's 1 away.
I thought maybe you started a new trend.
Not a bad idea, but that's a tie, 3-3, except in baseball. So here is Colin Williams. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Williams is 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first inning. And a 4-0 lead for Team Maryland, so Philly's got some work to do. As this is bounced over towards short. Nice charge. Throw to first is in time, and it's 2 away. And we are playing top of the 5th inning. And we got an update from the home plate umpire as far as the timing is concerned. Again, it's a 2-hour time limit. We've got about 30 minutes left. To try to get through what would now be 2.5 innings would be a challenge. First pitch here to Bruner, who's helping out the timing into center field. Charge in and call off by the center fielder, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 4.5. Still, it is 4-0, Team Maryland.
Where was that all game?
Bottom of the 5th inning. Still a 4-0 lead for Team Maryland. They look to add on here. First pitch on its way to Gavin Flinchbaugh. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Flinchbaugh's 0 for 1 as he reached on an error in the 3rd. Also came in to score. So here comes the pitch. Breaking ball just misses. I'm impressed by some of the hooks we've seen, not only in this game, but the previous two.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, these guys have probably only been throwing curveballs for maybe 3 years.
A lot of movement.
And you learn the fastball at, birth. I mean, you throw the ball as fast as you can. That's a fastball. Of course, there are nuances, yes, but the curveball, you don't really start doing that until about 14. So here comes the 2-1. This is lifted into center field. Chasing back, reaches up, and he makes the catch.
Little slide there.
That was a beautiful catch in center field, and it is 1 away. It looks like they are adding to the order here for Team Maryland. And it's a number we don't have. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Number 4, Maloney. Not on our roster. This is his first plate appearance in the pitch. Inside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kyle Belmont is the name we have associated, even though it says Maloney on the back, so we'll go with that. And apologize if we were getting it wrong. This is swung on. That is ripped into left field, down towards the line, and that'll bounce all the way to the wall. Belmont rounding second, heading the third. Here comes the throw, and it is late. 1 out triple for Kyle Belmont. So up to the plate will be Aiden Russell. He started the game on the mound, which is why he didn't get a first plate appearance. But he's getting it now. A good time to get it. Man on at third with 1 away. See if he can pick up a ribby. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, check swing, went too far. And it's 0-1. 5'9", 150 out of West Perry High School in Pennsylvania. Fastball's on the inside corner for a strike, and it is 0-2. Kyle Belmont dances over at third. And here's the pitch to Russell. Inside low, gets away from the catcher. Belmont heading towards the plate. The catcher throws to the plate. It gets away. And Belmont scores. Wild pitch will make it a 5-0 game.
A little bit of a collision there.
Especially when you're diving in with your hands like that. That is scary. A good job here to take a look at Zachary Rodriguez. Make sure he's all right. And he's going to throw a pitch, or maybe 2. Make sure he's okay. And one of those cardinal rules is you don't slide into first. The other one is you don't slide head first into the plate. But guys do it anyway. Imagine a hand going right into the catcher's leg guards. Ouch. Here comes the pitch to Russell. He fouls that one off. It'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a run is in. Again, 5-0 lead for Team Maryland. And here comes another 1-2. Breaking ball, bouncer towards third. Nice hip high hop. Throw across the diamond is in time. So 2 away. And now we'll go back to the top of the Maryland order, and here's Jacob Zuniga. He's having himself a day. He's 2 for 2. Tripled and scored in the first. RBI double in the second. As here comes the first pitch from Rodriguez on the inside corner, and it's 0-1.
It's good to see the scoreboard operators caught up. We got everything all set up. It's good to see.
So here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's bounced foul on the left side. And actually, I'll cut him a little slack. Usually, you have the scorer in the press box, and it's a radio signal to the scoreboard, which is in this case in right field. Sometimes that radio signal doesn't reach, which is why the count has been a little wonky. But usually works when it comes to the score. So here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, and that misses inside, and almost nailed Zuniga. To his credit, he didn't bail out until the very last second.
Held his ground for as long as he could.
So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off the plate. Now, in your opinion, at this age, do you think these guys are seeing the spin of the ball? Or is that something that comes a little bit later?
I think a lot of them aren't just yet. It takes a little bit of time. Because like you said, the pitchers have probably only been throwing it for 2 or 3 years. So the batters have probably only been seeing it for 2 or 3 years.
So here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It gets away. Catcher has to chase it back. Tries to get an angle. Fires to first. Not in time. So it is a strikeout for Rodriguez. But he reaches. Meaning Zuniga on the wild pitch. So a man on at first. And Stevens will step to the plate, the final batter of the inning. And this will be the third inning of 5 where they've reached the maximum batters. The other 2 was 4. So that's on the inside corner for a strike. Stevens is 1 for 2. RBI single, stole 2 bases in the first, struck out swinging in the third. This is Swan. It's popped up to the right side of the infield. Second baseman camps underneath and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. After 5, it's 5-0 Team Maryland. We go now top of the 6th inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 to up for Philadelphia. That's Cameron Viscano, Evan Hill, and Ryan Kimball. That may change. We'll find out soon enough. Second inning of work for John Holobetz. A 5-0 lead for Team Maryland. First pitch on its way is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Alongside Rob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms again. Thanks so much for tuning in today here on BFA Live Sports. As here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great job yesterday by Chad Cooper and Chris Markowitz on the call. And we're glad to have made the trip up from the Philadelphia area to do the same. High for a ball. think our trip was long. Maryland probably add another 2 hours to that.
So I guess we shouldn't.
There's a
I guess
chopper
we
to
should complain.
there's the chopper to the pitcher. Throwing over the first is in time. 1-3, put out one away. Again, we also had the two Connecticut teams earlier on. Fairfield, Connecticut. They're both heading home right now, whether it be by bus or by car. Taking 80 all the way across. Then they'll get to 95, and they'll sit in traffic for 3 years. Here's Evan Hill. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. It looks like we may have lost pitcher.
I'm going to shoot for an hour and 40 to get home. We'll see if that happens.
For us?
Yeah.
See, here comes the pitch. It's at the knees for a strike. Well, you got to go about 90 miles an hour to pull that off.
I think it took me about an hour 50. I think for me it's about 100 miles, give or take, as the crow flies.
Evan Hill is 1 for 1. Single to center and was caught stealing in the second inning. Looks like we may have lost a camera. Foul ball may have goofed up a camera. Breaking ball swung on, popped up into right field, charging towards the line of the right fielder, and makes the catch. And it's now 2 away.
Should I say we have an inning that's going slightly fast, or am I going to jinx it?
You're going to jinx it.
Yeah.
I've already jinxed 2 potential no-hitters today. Not meaning to, but hey, we got to tell people what's going on.
This is true.
I don't believe in the jinx. So here's the first pitch to Ryan Kimball. That's low for a ball. Kimball 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. I've called 1 professional no-hitter. That misses outside, and I refused to say it. And I was new with the team, the Traverse City Beach Bums. This is back in 16. And I had to go into another room and say, is this the first, and I didn't want to say what it was, is this the first time this has happened that nobody had a clue what I was talking about? So I just swung on and missed. So I'm pointing to my score sheet going, noticing the big circle, the 0 for hits. They're like, no, we've never done that. I'm like, okay. Turns out it worked out. That swung on and missed.
No jinx.
No jinx. I didn't say it. But I said,
You kind of just pointed. You're like,
we're 1 out away from history, and then it happened. Kramer Champlin, is, in case you care. This is dribbled right in front of the plate. That is kept alive for a fair ball. Throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 5.5. It's 5-0, Team Maryland. Heading now to the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-0 lead for Team Maryland. They'll look to add on and pretty much put this game away. The only way that Philadelphia can come back in the top of the 7th inning is to have all 5 guys come up to the plate, and the last guy hits a home run. But 1 run here would clinch the game for Team Maryland. First pitch to Eric Risnachak. It's high for a ball. Sam Lebrecka on the mound. He replaces Zachary Rodriguez, who goes 2 innings. 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Risnachak's 3rd appearance at the plate. The pitch. It's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Risnachak, who's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first, grounded out in the 3rd. Righty-righty match, and the 2-0 pitch. Swung on bouncer towards short. Gets across nicely. Throw to first. And that is not in time. Infield hit for Eric Risnachak. So that's a hit, at least 1 hit in every single inning for Team Maryland. 9 hits in the game. Again, keep in mind we're only in the 6th. Also, something else to somewhat keep in mind is we may only play 6th as we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. Here's Lane Weissmiller. First pitch. Swung on foul, back out of play.
Always got to keep your head on a swivel.
Weissmiller has reached twice. He's 1 for 1. Walked in the first. RBI single to left in the 3rd.
I don't know how many times I've been in the dugout, a little bit sluggish, and then you just need a ball to come into the dugout. You wake right up.
Oh, yeah.
That's like I'm paying attention.
That's better than coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Here comes the 0-1. Runner goes. It is in there for a strike. There'll be no throw. Stolen base for Risnachak.
2 years in a row, I caught an errant throw from the shortstop when I was coaching first. Right in the side here. I had just a circle black and blue mark for a couple days. Well, really, probably 2 weeks. My guy's got a kick out of it.
So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bounced foul on the left side. I have caught 3 foul balls while broadcasting. And by caught, I mean waited for them to stop rolling and to the end of the inning in my press box.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
You didn't,
no,
just
there's
make
no
a
catch.
dive mid play-by-play.
No, thank you.
Mid-call.
Well, it's been done. Our buddy Mark Schwartz, the Somerset Patriots, as the runner takes off at second, and it gets away. It will be a stolen base for Risnachak. He had about a 6-step advantage before Lebrecka even came to the plate. So even if the catcher Hill was able to block that and keep it in front of him, he had no shot at anything.
Yeah, that was a massive lead. I had to jump.
This is Lebrecka not paying attention to he's focusing on the hitters. This is swung on and fouled off by Weissmiller. And knocks himself on the top of the head and wondering why he swung. It's that high fastball. Hard to lay off. But 2 strikes, you want to be a little bit more cognizant of the strike zone. Try to induce a walk. Try to at least make the pitcher throw another and better pitch for you. So here comes another 1-2. That is fisted over towards second. Pop up is caught. Staying out third is Risnachak, and it's 1 away. So 1 out, man on at third for Jimmy Kirk. Kirk is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first, grounded out in the 3rd. Righty-righty match, the first pitch. And that is bounced over towards short, but not hit that hard. Charged, throw to first is just in time. Although the runner Risnachak comes in to score, as an RBI ground out, makes it a 6-0 game as the bases are cleared. As here is, we got a skip in the lineup here. I believe this is Kyle Belmont. First pitch he sees, inside for a ball. Again, knowing this might be the last plate appearances of the day, we want to get everyone 2. So Scherzer, Holubetz, and Tanner already have their 2. So here's the pitch. In there for a strike, as you may be able to hear the wind kicking up once again. blowing our paperwork everywhere.
This is a nice breeze. Look on the bright side.
Oh, sure. Certainly beats the alternative, which is sweating. The pitch is swung on and lifted foul to the left side out of play. But I do apologize if the audio was compromised a bit.
Might have to hold on to something here in a second.
So, by the way, that run coming in, Rishnachak clinches the game. It's 6-0, and Philadelphia can do no better but score 5 because of the maximum batter rules. But, of course, we'll stay with it. As this is grounded over towards the left side, backhanded by the shortstop. Fires to first, and it gets away. There's a long hop. So that will be an error on the shortstop. Yeah, not an easy play, but a play that needs to be made. So here comes Holt. Jake Holt, that is. Holt is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second and fourth, as that pitch is low. Nice block there by Hill. And we are, by the way, this is going to be the final batter of the inning. And we may have just enough time to start the 7th inning and go from there. And the game is clinched by Maryland, but again, Philadelphia will certainly want to get their remaining hitters some more opportunities. Swung on and missed by Holt.
We'll see what the plate umpire has to say about that.
He's in charge. It's his rule. He'll talk to both coaches and say, what do we do here? But they want to keep things moving. As technically we're ahead of schedule. And it'll go outside and low. And the question will be, do they want to stay ahead of schedule or do they want to be fair and say, listen, everyone else has a 2-hour time limit, so do we. As our final game of the day is scheduled to start at 3:45, so technically this game could go to 3:30. Throwing over to first. And Belmont gets back in time. So in that vein, we'd have an extra half an hour, but it's obviously not our call. Big hit to center field, but center fielder right in the way of that one, and he will make the catch to retire the side. 1 run comes in, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. After 6 innings, it's 6-0. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. A 6-0 lead for Team Maryland, so the game is pretty much decided. And according to information we've received, we may stop in about 5 minutes. The first pitch here to Lebrecht is high and inside for a ball. Lane Weissmiller on the mound, replacing John Hollebetz, who went 2 innings and struck out 1. Lebrecht is 0 for 1 as he grounded out in the 2nd inning. Again, the drop dead time, as we were told, was 3:05. So we may just try to power through this inning. And the game is pretty much decided.
We're getting a nod.
Well, getting a nod on the power through the inning part of it. Yeah, part of the issue is a couple of the half innings, although it was Maryland at the plate, they lasted about 20 minutes each. Maybe they're expecting this one to be a little shorter. So due-up is Lebrecht, Mitrovic, and Gottschalk. We'll see if anything changes. Here comes the pitch. Weissmiller seems to be rushing. Maybe he knows the time. A very quick pace.
Should we shoot an air horn off at 3:05?
Yeah, like a buzzer, you know.
Yep.
Have the crowd in the house count down from 10.
I was saying, if you're a Phillies fan during Phillies games, to have a home field advantage, with the Fanatic there, you should be able to shoot an air horn off or something, just to get some home field advantage. I was lobbying for him to hold signs up of the other team like Gritty does, but that hasn't happened yet.
Not yet. Well, there's no crowd to entertain, unfortunately.
The people at home. Or you can tweet what you want them to write on a dry erase board.
That's not a bad idea.
Although when we're playing the Mets, there's a lot of things that I probably couldn't write that would be okay for television.
Probably not. As a Met fan, I appreciate that. First baseman backhands and steps on first, 3 unassisted, and it's 1 away. One out, nobody on for Justin Mitrovic. So he struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. And we're playing top of the 7th, a 6-0 lead for Team Maryland as they have clinched the game thanks to the 5-batter maximum rule. I'd like to see that change. You should be able to go more than 5 in the last inning if you have time. Much like we did in the previous game, actually with a 6th batter, because there was the time. So maybe that is the rule. Who knows? Maybe they agree on such things.
Have a big meeting in the off season.
Yeah. Again, it's not really about what's on the scoreboard. It's making sure all these guys get reps in a game situation, and again, the scouts in the house can look at them in a game situation. It's completely different than watching them in practice or even in scrimmage when it counts in some way, shape, or form.
We played a scrimmage June 30th, and we let everyone know, listen, it's a scrimmage. That's we weren't even keeping score. By the 4th inning, people were yelling at the umpires. I said, guys, it's a scrimmage.
That is drilled to left center field, and that is deep, and that is going all the way to the wall. Mitrovic on his horse. He is heading towards 3rd, and he will stop there with a stand-up triple. Perfectly placed right between the left and center fielders, and has a very, very deep wall out there.
You would assume this might be the last batter.
Yeah, this is batter number 3. We're looking at 3:04.
Getting the nod from the umpire.
Getting the nod.
That's good about being close to the umpire. It's almost like he has an earpiece. Gives me the nod.
First pitch to Kale Gottschalk. Well, so if Philly wants to get on the board, they got to do it right now.
It's true.
Even a poke into the outfield will at least drive home a run. Infield back. They'll concede the run as this is popped up into center field. A couple of steps back for the center fielder. He will make the catch. Tagging up is Mitrovic. Here comes the throw. It is cut off. Sack fly for Kale Gottschalk. And that may end our game, as it looks like it will. No, maybe not. Well, I thought everyone was coming in.
That's what I thought.
But instead, Patrick McAllister will get a plate appearance. As we are right now at 3:05. First pitch to him with the bases cleared and 2 away. McAllister 0 for 1. Grounded out in the third inning. Here comes the pitch. Waved at and missed as Weissmiller took something off. 1 ball and 1 strike. McAllister out of Abington High School. Swung on and missed. Big fastball there from Weissmiller, and it's now 1-2.
The Galloping Ghosts.
Great name. Anyone can be the Wildcats, but to be the Galloping Ghosts.
Exactly.
So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. And that is in there, and he struck him out. The ball game is now officially over on the Lane Weissmiller strikeout. Final totals in the top of the 7th inning. 1 run comes in, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Our final score, Team Maryland 6, Philadelphia 1. We'll be back with our next game. It'll be a new stream here on YouTube. And the game time will be about 3:35. As it'll be 2:17 U teams, Philadelphia taking on State College. For my partner, Rob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in just a few minutes with our next game.